And welcome to today's episode of What If Civilization Started Over. You already know the intro. Let's get into the episode. So, first things first, invasion. Yeah, they're invading this country. So, they start to get in. And they surround the capital. And then they say, just take anything you want of us because we do not want to die. So the peace treaty happens. Alright, so the peace treaty is China takes half of Vietnam, and but not just that. Well, China doesn't take half of Vietnam. They take the northernest areas of Vietnam, puppeting the north area and making a new southern government. The northern government at this point probably wouldn't look like that. So, for a color to select, I'm just gonna use this color, since I don't think any other countries colored that. Never mind. Actually, no. This color is darker than that color. Hold up. Look. Although I do suppose that it should be a little darker. So there is no confusion. So now there's definitely no confusion. And the old empire will say this: South Vietnam. I see what's happening. So if you become a puppet of mine, I can protect you. Vietnam thinks America means good. I mean, not America, but the old empire means good. And they've changed since the last appearance. So they let the old Empyreans lead their country. And they purely trust them. And at this point, it's been 2 years since 2019. So now it's 2021. If COVID happened in this world, which I'm not deciding if COVID did happen or not, so you get to decide, the comments get to decide. But let's say COVID did happen. Well, COVID just got done with, as the vaccine has helped, and yeah. So, anyways, the next thing is raising tensions between China and America. And this puppet, the old Chinese government is way too far away to govern it. And it would collapse without help. So what happens is this country gets its own color again. after a long time. And just gotta make sure this isn't the same color. Nope. Same color. Nope. So, this is a new color for the series. So, they let them have their own. They let them, like, look like. They let them out like this. However, they are now a puppet state of the country of, well, you know, America. So, I mean, not America, the old empire. So the old empire has expanded. And the old empire is gonna ask the Filipinos for some land. No. That does not sound right. No, not at all. You also gotta remember that there was a major city right there. So, yeah. Anyways, we have actually gotten some. Well, this country has actually. Anyways, the next thing is another war. Korea sees them in a weak state and starts to attack. They go straight on the lines that they want. So they just tell them, take everything that they want. So that's exactly what they do. They take everything they want. So, they take this. And the reason why is because they wanted to live for another. Sorry, I froze there. They wanted to live for another. Oh. So now the Russians have encircled the capital. So, there's only one logical thing for them to do. Switch their capital area. Because then there's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, either way, their capital is still getting destroyed. So, they take a very I can't speak English. Minuscule amount of land, and then they encircle this city, and they actually seize it. But then eventually they take it all. So, Russia has turned another country into a collapsing mess. So, right before the pink team could move in, yeah, they just straight up start taking land. And at this point, they surrender to them. They surrender to the Russians, hoping that they could still keep some. Okay, so that area is still, well, you know what. But let me just show you something in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so Russia. Oh, I forgot about these. There's no claims anymore. That country is gone. So Russia sends a message to Japan and Korea. If they do not give them the land that they want, they will attack. And these two countries think if they could fight using the same power, they could probably destroy Russia. So, they look at the alliances. And they see what alliances Russia's in. And they see that they are in an alliance with only one country, I think. And that is Finland. So, they are not worried about attacking them So, as soon as they declare war, it reveals that there was a secret member of Russia's alliance the whole entire time. And their name goes by the Old Empire. The Old Empire was in this alliance the whole entire time. They just thought they'd keep it secret. And also, they just want to be allies with Russia. Because, well, Italy was already demolished, and now they didn't really have any allies. Because they also had to nuke the black team, but the black team had another close ally. And France was also their ally, but they switched up with Italy. So they were left all alone. But then when Russia created their alliance, the Old Empire knew they'd have to join to get everything back. And as soon as after they declare war, they say, okay, never mind, we can give you the land you want. And then Russia says, too late, B-word. And that just annoys them so much. But, well, there's nothing they can do. Thousands upon thousands of Russian troops, also with the help by, the alliance, just swarm in and flood in. Now Japan looks not that good with their area. And the Old Empire, in all of its land that it has, attacks them. And the puppet actually gets a chance to feel like it's a part of something. Vietnam also gets to participate in this. They feel wanted. It's like someone actually likes them. It just makes them so sad that it just makes the Old Empire tear up. They use their old navy to attack Japan. And they take over half of Japan. However, Japan isn't going down without a fight. Everybody, welcome Japaria in this series. Yup, the same, not the same, but you know Japaria from the other series. They have now unlocked their own mode, but try-hard mode. However, they're also in an alliance with the Philippines. And the Philippines knows if their alliance loses, then, well, there will only ever be one nation in that alliance. So, what they do is, well, they saw what happened. So they join in. So what happens is their boats sail all the way to the old empire. They make a landing right here, where their old area used to be. But little did they know, they were so weak that they can get trampled by American forces. Yeah, American forces literally take over this whole entire island. So they tell America, please, just keep my alliance alive, and I will fix up everything and keep this island alive. Okay? The old empire says okay. So in the peace treaty, if they win, the alliance will still be, this economic alliance will still be up. So, what happens? Before I show you what happens, let me do something real quick. There, that looks better. Way better. So, now what I'm gonna do is, what's gonna happen? Wait, hold up. I have to do something again, real. Phew. Now it doesn't look so bad. So what happens is the big battle here. What happens is old Empyrean troops stampede into this city, taking it by storm. And this is called the Fall. The Fall is the old empire taking out a lot of this stuff. And the old empire knows that they cannot hold all of this. So what they're gonna have to do is give it up to their puppet. So the old Empyreans trust their puppet with all of this land. And also, by the way, I hope I don't do this. Don't do this, but I hope I do this, but I hope that America, not America, but the old empire and Russia will be allied for the rest of, the series. Anyways, let's just show this war in 2024. Alright, everyone. We have now made it into 2024. In 2024, The war is very one-sided. All three, well, there's actually 4 countries in this. So let me just add one more color real quick on all of these. Yeah. So everything has collapsed for Japaria. The soldiers are unwilling to fight. Everyone on the other side of Japaria has won. And that concludes the war. Alright, everyone. This is the peace treaty. Big puppet, big Russia, expanding Nordica. That's all you need to know. Anyways, now it's time for the outro. I hope y'all liked today's episode of Wick. So, anyways, see y'all in the next episode. Hello, all of my people. I'm glad to announce the new flag for our country. I'm surprised that I was able to be alive right now. I'm glad me and my family were able to make the cyborg company, and we were able to make ourselves live for thousands of years. We still look like our older or younger selves. So, everyone, I just want to say thank y'all for coming, and next time we have something very special planned.